You mentioned two heroes that synergize well with the Medusa. They have the clockwork to protect them. It's also very good versus the...
But we'll draw our attention back towards this mid lane where SF is being dual laned. The Ogre's presence giving him a very rough time. Medusa even coming in. This may be an early first blood. There's one Fairy Fire available, but the Medusa picks it up, gets tower aggro
just
off
salvage.
herself.
Yep. He'll be completely fine this lane. It's really about the rotations, though.
And with level 4 bottom lane, they will get a catch a lift onto Shadow. He's been pulled back. With those frost arrows, the slows coming out, the body blocks from Faith as well, and they're actually going to catch the Venge. That's the carry Venge we mentioned, and Newbee's aggro trailing. So there's a Dazzle in the neighborhood, so needs to be a little bit wary of how much effort he puts into defending the tower, and he's been gone, and the cogs is not enough. And yes, he traps the Brood in with him. The Spiderling's chasing, and this looks like it should be a kill on the KP. One last rocket flare before he does eventually go down.
At some point, there are too many spiders, and a Soul Ring facilitates that.
Yeah, they've come in, wrapping around with Kako on the Rubik, lifts Shadow back in, and his escape is somewhat limited until the Fissure comes in, but that's still not going to be enough. Nice ice. I'll have to watch his buddy go.
Gank though, he's got TPs ready, bottle as well.
Just a few TPs.
The desperation, I'm dying TP.
And bottom lane, another lift comes in. The Fissure is immediately thrown on the Drow Ranger. Looks like Ben wants to go for a stun. The heal will keep Shadow up and healthy, and the Drow gets turned around on. Shadow low, the hook shot will miss, and Shadow actually gets graved up perhaps a bit too early, as he's still being chased down here. Another heal kicks in, but KD will find the kill, will go down to the Shadow feed. It's Blink showing up to salvage the situation here. A 3-for-1 so far. SCC smoke towards the top lane. Knowing they can bypass the Dire Observer with this one, they're going to find KD. It looks like the stun starts things off. Shadow is going to wrap around in from behind. The Brood is there as well. The hook shot for a bit of extra stun, but he doesn't get out the Brood out of the cogs, and as a result, KD should be going down. The turnaround is there. Newbee come in with both Drow and the Rubik. They get one, and they want a second. Won't be able to find that. Kind of, I guess, impression I'm slightly getting from this game. It does feel like Newbee are going to have to go more late game rather than look for that mid game timing. Smoke. And there we go. You talk about smoke ganks from the Brood. This one they get the dust, they get the lift into the hook shot, and they'll bring down Faith Beyond.
Perfectly executed there. You've got good attack speed finally. He's got terrible agi gain, but turn this into something amazing. I think there's a real possibility that he could make some straight ups if he doesn't die.
Yeah, speaking of that clockwork, he turns around for a hook shot to try and do a bit of damage, but that was a big Spiderling army of Faith Beyonds coming in to...
As good as against spiders. Oh, they're coming right into the Brood.
Yeah, they find him, and if they can get this kill, it is that prize takedown, but it doesn't look like they'll immediately get Nice Stonegate's coming out. Will force Ice to run a direct who does not want to. Good news is Faith
for survivability, just because what she gets out of Mana Shield. And again, there's not that much single target damage coming out of the Radiant team.
Hook shot into the mid lane. They're going to get the Earthshaker once again. Potentially a Vengeful Spirit takedown if they can keep up with her. KP so get stunned up for the magic missile. The Grave will keep Shadow alive a little bit longer, but that means Y is now exposed. Shadow's TP out. It will complete. Just barely at the end.
Really strong if they're grouped together for the next 15 or so minutes, if Newbee doesn't react correctly.
Just kind of snuck themselves into Roche. They have great vision of to the north.
The remaining 40% gets amplified or reduced by the armor that you have. So he's basically just ignoring armor. It's great.
Find out how tanky this Medusa is. The Echo Slam doesn't do anything too much yet, but now the Mana Shield wearing off, an SCC will go down. Just picked up his Skadi, but Courier as well runs into trouble, and that's going to be a freebie for the wing side with an Aegis. They are pushing forward. The Fissure will catch the Ogre. This should be a follow-up kill. The Gust is not going to save him, and suddenly one kill turns into two. Get spotted by the Sentry just yet.
I like that they're avoiding fights. I don't think they're strong enough. Oh, they're going in.
Brilliant Echo Slam. The Drow Ranger gets taken out to start the fight off.
Faith Beyond did so much damage there.
Yeah, that instant double hit. Not going to find the Brood.
It's going to be on cooldown here if the Wings can't take an engagement.
Oh, Wings, can they get the jump? The Blink Dagger was broken by the Rocket Flare. It's going to be a swap onto the Ogre. Not the ideal target for the Venge Stun. Catches out the Drow Ranger. The Stone Gaze can't really amount to all too much because of that Fissure blocking them in. And we'll see the SF just scurry himself away. He's got a haste rune and he's thinking about chasing for more, but Newbee have already reassembled onto the high ground.
Faith Beyond thinking about evasion. I like the choice. Not a huge amount, but could really add up over the course of the game. Oh, they find Venge.
Oh, can they get the kill though? The immediate pull in by the telekinesis, and the Stone Gaze is going to prevent anyone from coming in to help defend. He's very tanky though. Still has a Mantis style. Shadow will finally pop it here, but he's keep multicast up. The Grave going to keep the life to the side. The Brood was on the Kaka. Rubik with the swap out. Echo Slam from my side. He's gone in. He wants the Medusa. Medusa's getting brought down by the Shadow Fiend with the BKB. It's Blink tearing apart the Newbee line. Faith is looking to scurry himself out of that. Unai barely TPs himself home and Faith. Newbee down.
What a great
down
there. Possibly
for KP. Doesn't have a good answer for the Brood. No force up. It costs him a couple of seconds, but he needs to get further away, and he's not going to get a chance to do so.
That mobility from the Brood.
Be going the way of Blink, and nothing Newbee can do about this. They're really just going to sit back and try and ride it out, get to that late game we talked about, where they've got that Aghanims plus Maelstrom.
So it looks like Clock's going to do Ags next. Pretty standard stuff.
Oh, Drow. Spotted in the bottom lane. Ice Eyes for Blink. Echo Slam. Going to chain stun this. Try and buy some time for the Shadow Fiend to rock up. Unai going for the TP out. Is the damage going to be there? Shadow Fiend barely gets the kill.
It worked. I thought he was going to go for the right clicks, but the raises did a ton of damage there. Cleaned him up. That was a big kill. 50 seconds left now for Drow. I'm alive.
Oh, the swap back. That raise. Faith gets brought down, and they're just getting picked apart one by one, and with 2 dead, that
doesn't yet have a ton of sustain.
Will be regenning soon once that Aegis expires in about 10 seconds time. Maybe someone they could theoretically jump at a good time, but there is a great swap back from Chandler. They've got Medusa, but the 4-star back low and Faith Beyond got him with the BKB, but SCC trying to slow him down with that Skadi. Shadow getting very low himself. There goes in the SF with a Requiem, lowering some of the damage with that minus physical, but Medusa on the front line trying to hold her own, doing so pretty well, and KP gets another hook shot off. The control coming out from him, he won't catch the Shadow Fiend inside, but they'll blink after. Kaka wants more, he wants this Shadow Fiend. Can he get? He's going to get almost 3 shots, but the Ghost Step that keeps him alive. The 4-star up. SF gets pulled back in. They're going to bring down Blink. U9 gets a double kill on the Drow Ranger. The hook shot. It's back up. KP's caught another. 4 down. Brood the lone survivor. And what a hold. Killing that Brood. The Medusa's got a butterfly.
Yeah, that's a great point. Another reason to grab it.
Well, hook shot in. It's going to be a Blink Echo Slam. Ice Ice going on a Rubik here of all heroes. Not just going to work out well. Not with the Ghost Step, and now they're going to turn it around. Focus their efforts on this Shaker. He will finish off the kill thanks to the Grave. Well, I guess that works okay, but there's going to be a gem. Oh, someone pick up that gem. Some Wings looking to get a pick off to perhaps put them in a position to get the Aegis and Cheese this time around. KP gets swapped in. The Obedient Shivers Guardian gets burst it down. Nice pass to the fight. What does he? The last right click will bring it down. Stone Gaze will break down the Brood. Their Blink Echo Slam almost takes out U9. Their will in the end. Ice is low. He's looking for another stun. He needs to control this Medusa. It's the lone problem left in the fight, but with the Drow buyback, this fight could turn back Newbee's way. SCC is looking to focus on Shadow, not doing all too much damage here. Oh, here comes Drow with the Drow's re-emergence. I think this is perhaps time for Wings to back off, but they want to hold their ground. Why is this looking to cover the retreat here? Another stun coming out, kind of blocked with the Lincoln Sphere. Medusa still in good fighting shape, and SF is stuck on the high ground now, pulled back in. Don't see a good way out for him as he will be brought down. 100 seconds on the sidelines. Drow had to buy back.
He just not take a lot of damage from minus armor, but he's also got a butterfly and that extra 10% of evasion perk. He's got 25 life.
Are they contesting Rose with 3 heroes here? This does not seem wise. And look at the Brood almost melting to the Aghanim Scepter. They get Arco in the end with the fissure here. They take out one.
Shadow spotting out the Ogre Magi as well. I think they can still take this here.
Vengeful back for this, and right now it feels like hook shot. KP wants in, and he's going to catch up to the Earthshaker with the Shivers slow. He's going to stop him casting any spells, and this should secure them the Roche. Another hook shot will be coming up in a couple of seconds, so KP will want more.
KP's just going crazy this game, man. All those spiders.
Even last game in their loss, his clockwork was perhaps the the shining. Like you said, you feel like they have to contest this one, and Wings totally agree.
Good timing. The weave is huge.
Rubik, so they find the lift immediately from the Rubik. He may get himself out of this one. No chance for that. They lose the gem in the process as well. Now dealing with the Brood gets it, but they swap.
They're looking for the swap.
Oh, Blink and Ice Eyes, what are you thinking here? He swaps it back into the BKB on the Medusa, trying to get them in the Stone Gaze. The Colt pushes the SF back. He walks in front of the SF. He's trying to get away from the Stone Gaze. He can't. Grave onto the Earthshaker keeps him alive, but who's going to keep Blink alive? He tries to pipe to the high ground, doesn't make it. 4 down. 100 seconds on the sidelines. Drow had to buy back. SCC is looking to focus on Shadow, not doing all too much damage here. They will be bringing down Blink. Don't see a good way out for him as he will be brought down. 100 seconds on the sidelines. Drow had to buy back. As he tries to now reset the fight, it's still a Brood caught in the front line, turns around with the BKB, silences up SCC. SCC has a cheese still. I don't think this is a target to go on U9. Now getting a blink, Echo, he immediately pays for it with his life though. U9 on the back foot, Drow is dead. His buyback doesn't want to use it right away. SF lifted up, is the target of the Medusa, the Graven Day. He's going to turn and fight. SF doing what damage he can before he dies. Rubik steals the Requiem, unleashes it, and takes down a couple more
They're
of
still
the Wings
fighting.
unit.
Say rapier. I mean,
And he finds
Good grab.
the push back with the cog. Shadow is the target here. He has to link himself, protect himself. KP slowing everyone down with his guy, but now he's kind of in a tough position here. Has another hook shot in a couple of seconds. Maybe
They need to
turn
sit.
and throw it. KP stunned up. Off to the north though. That's all for the fight. Another hook shot. KP finds two. The push will not be there in time to catch the SF. And Shadow swapping it back to safety. And now the other Wings here is completely alone. It's Faith Beyond on the
and if they can kill the Roche here and grab the Aegis, it should be great, but Venge will get here soon.
Here they go. Drow is very low in HP. She needs to pick up the Aegis, but they're going to get her in time. The hook shot trying to buy some time. KP wants to let this Drow get the Aegis.
She's gonna die to Roche.
Like, oh my, she died to Roche. What is going on with this Dota 2 game? The SF is put out though. He doesn't have buyback. He cannot afford to die. The Brood is on the Medusa. Medusa doesn't have KP. She's down. Buyback immediately. The Nolan Requiem comes out, but it's not going to be enough to turn this fight around. Dazzle buys back. Wings, they smell blood. They want to push forward. Multiple buybacks from both sides, 3 being used by the Newbee side, and look at Roche, it's so low on HP. Can anyone get in here in time for the HPN? He's got the webs, but he doesn't feel confident pushing forward. SCC gets Aegis and Cheese.
What the hell?
That's a lot of Medusa's damage, and fighting into the Brood is tough for the Medusa because of that 60% miss chance.
And she does not care about items. Oh, Echo!
Oh, the hook shot from KP, he's going to lock 2 in place. The Echo from my side was good, but not great, and he's now deep in enemy territory. Will pay for this one with his life. If not for the trade that keeps him alive a little bit longer. Ice Ice hoping for a prayer, but he's not going to get another hook shot from KP. Will lock him in place. The Medusa on the front line. May needs to help turn. BKB tries to fight into the Broodmother here. KP, he keeps throwing these hook shots. He's going to look for another in a couple of seconds. Oh, Nolan Echo Kaka will pay for it with his life. He goes down. Another hook shot. KP trying to lock these heroes in place. The Venge will be back into this fight in a second. May look for KP here.
3 seconds.
SF is very low though. Hook shot, KP, blink hook, catches SF by surprise. He's got no buyback. 2 minutes dead. Shadow's gonna get the hell out of there. He backs off, but it's going to be a re-engagement. Facian, he's in the middle of this one. That's not a spot you want to be, mate. He's down. The smoke from Newbee, they're chasing after Y. It's just a dazzle, but they'll take it. That's another dieback. That's 3 heroes dead without buyback on the Radiant side. Newbee have their Drow Ranger back.
Going high ground.
Have they got the time to end this game? There's just an Earthshaker and a Vengeful Spirit. It doesn't feel like Wings can defend this one. They're going for the racks, not the throne.
First racks of the game, almost 60 minutes in. The winner of this going to the grand finals. It is so tense. And these heroes are slow without their boots.
Change their mind. They're going for the throne purge. They want to end this game. They know there's very little these 2 heroes can do. Shaker gets caught out. He's still got no Echo Slam for 5 seconds. Push once, twice, thrice. He just keeps getting pushed around. KP again. The menace. It's over. Newbee in the grand finals.
What insane play from Newbee in that game, man. Their itemization was exactly what they needed. It bought them some team fight wins, and Wings just could not catch up in time. Amazing.